The ODM asili or Linda Mwananchi has got the soul of the party. We stand with the spirit of Raila Amolo Odinga. What he stood for, what he fought for. Raila didn't want his party to be swallowed by another party, to be swallowed by UDA, or for ODM to become a tool to be used by President Ruto. It is an independent party which has got its own constitution. The other party of Linda Ground is not even a faction. That faction does work for Ruto and UDA. Because, you know, ODM is not about two terms. That's not ODM. And what you hear them talk about all the time is President Ruto, two-term. That's not what ODM is. So hiyo ODM ingine ni ya bandia, na ODM asili ni ODM ya Linda Mwananchi. Now I'm sure if Rex Masai was alive, he would associate himself with the ODM Linda Mwananchi, si ile ODM bandia. But we welcome everybody on the 31st of this month. We will go to church in Machakos town and have a rally in Machakos town, and then have the final rally in Bololongo, all within Machakos County. Asante. Those who kill Rex, they must be arrested, and if they've been arrested, they must be prosecuted. A proper prosecution, not a prosecution which is casual, to try and make us believe that something is being done. And those who committed that action should be punished in accordance with the law. We know that the bullets that killed Rex were police bullets. They were not bullets from any other Kenyan. They were from the police. And President Ruto has required under the Constitution to protect and defend the Constitution, which protects the right to life, must take responsibility and see that justice is done. So the first thing is really justice. Now, ordinarily, if you find the kind of compensation that is given to those who die in road accidents, and that happens every time in our courts, and that determination is also it also depends on how old or young somebody is, the loss of a job, if at all he was working, the loss of income, and all those considerations. I want to demand that the basis for compensation should not be generalized like they are doing. Because they are saying, oh, tutapatia kila mtu milioni moja ama 600,000. I don't think Rex was worth even 10 million. I think it was worth more than that. If President Ruto can spend 100 million in a day on a state visit, with our money, our taxes, and then he takes away the life of Rex, and then they tell us they got about 1 million shillings to pay for compensation. That is not enough. It must be justice and adequate and fair compensation, and that should be the basis for dealing with these issues. Rex is amongst many other young people who were brutally killed during the Gen Z's demonstrations, justified demonstrations against the finance bill in the year 2024. And what a coincidence that I have met the mother of one other Gen Z who was brutally murdered on that particular day in June 2024. I intend, together with my team, to visit the homes of the families of those who were brutally murdered all over Kenya, if God gives me the strength and the time to do so. June is coming again. The event of June 25th in the year 2024 was an event of Gen Zs. It was a historic event. It was an event of young people fighting for their rights, standing up for their rights. They staged a demonstration over a number of days that we have never seen in our lives. In my long political life, I participated in protests and demonstrations. I've never seen one as well organized and as effective as the one which took place in 2024. There are those who keep on criticizing us that we are interested in people going for demonstrations. That is not the case, because the history of this nation, from the very, very early days when Harry Thuku participated in a demonstration to where the Central Police Station is today, it was not just a demonstration. It was a display of people getting together and being able to say enough is enough. We want to be free citizens. We want not to live in chains. We want not to live on our knees, but be able to do what our forefathers who fought so hard that Kenya should become a republic. And for that to happen, we need to be vigilant all the time. And I'm happy the young people in this country are not going to let their guard down. I also want to say that compromises have been made by people in our party. And those compromises are a betrayal of what the party ODM stands for and what Raila Amolo Odinga stood for. Raila Amolo Odinga, in order to bring peace in 2024 and 2025, he initiated the NADCO report and the 10-point agenda as a basis for bringing peace to our country by dealing with the problems that confront the nation. And one of them was a demand that there should be an end to abductions and to extrajudicial killing. And as I told you earlier, in Busia just yesterday, there was a brutal killing of 2 innocent Kenyans. So we must continue to fight for what is right. And Linda Mwananchi, the true representation of what the party stands for, the party ODM, and what Raila Amolo Odinga stood for. We will never let our guard down. We will continue to fight to make sure that Kenya is a free, democratic and prosperous nation. I know that June 25th is coming. Political leaders, my colleagues in the political space, including His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, have talked about the 25th of June. All together we'll be standing behind the Gen Zs to ensure that we have a fitting memorial to people like Rex, who were killed brutally by the police. I want to tell Mama Rex and Baba Rex and the community here, be strong, and we shall never forget that you produced a hero for us, and Rex will continue to be a hero in our hearts and minds. I've just had a little chat with Mama Rex. I commit myself that we should build properly the grave of Rex and his father, and